From the Detroit Free Press, I'm Robin Chan with today's Voice Briefing. It's Tuesday, February 3rd, 2026.
I'm Dave Boucher with the Detroit Free Press. Benton Harbor residents and business owners can push forward on a lawsuit alleging the state of Michigan knowingly subjected people in the southwestern Michigan town to lead-tainted water for years, according to a new ruling from the Michigan Court of Appeals. This is not a final decision in the case, but rather ensures residents can proceed toward a possible trial. It comes after they also recently resolved a similar case against the city of Benton Harbor, which agreed to a $25 million settlement. A three-judge Michigan Court of Appeals panel recently ruled against two Michigan departments that regulate water and health. Lawyers for the state wanted the court to dismiss the lawsuit, arguing it was filed too late after the water became tainted, and a lower court incorrectly applied the law in also ruling against the state. All of this stems from years of lead-tainted water running through public pipes in Benton Harbor. The city and state publicly announced the problem in October 2018, but residents in the lawsuit argue officials suggested solutions that they knew would not make the water safe to drink. It wasn't until October 2021 that state and city officials told residents to use bottled water, court records show. There's no healthy amount of lead safe for humans to consume, according to the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. Drinking water with lead can produce poisoning, prolonged exposure can cause serious health issues, anywhere from impaired brain development in children to death. The state has taken some action. In 2022, the state announced it had replaced nearly all of the dangerous lead pipes in Benton Harbor. The Court of Appeals ultimately sided with Benton Harbor residents and owners, at times citing rulings related to the Flint water crisis. Spokespeople for the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services and the Department of the Environment, Great Lakes and Energy did not immediately respond to requests for comment. The lawsuit now goes back to the Michigan Court of Claims, said lawyer Mark Chalice, who's representing the Benton Harbor residents. He said, the state and the residents are not currently discussing a settlement. For more, visit freep.com.
I'm Jenna Pristinensi for the Detroit Free Press. Spring will bring this year's first lunar eclipse to Michigan skies. The worm moon will peak in the morning on March 3rd. This full moon will offer local sky gazers a partial view of the total lunar eclipse. Experts say the worm moon will set during the eclipse's totality period. Consider bundling up for a trip to one of Michigan's dark sky areas to enjoy eclipse viewing. Keep an eye on the weather forecast for the visibility outlook. To learn more, visit freep.com.
I'm Sue Solaski, Detroit Free Press food and restaurant writer. Almond croissants, decadent desserts, fresh bread, and baguettes. These are just a few of the French-inspired artisanal baked goods that will delight customers at the newest MK Canal location that is set to open at 6:30 a.m. on February 20th in Rochester. From distinguished and French-trained pastry chef Matt Neo, MK Canal is opening in the former Paint Creek Cider Mill location in Rochester. The Rochester location marks the 7th retail location for MK Canal. Around Metro Detroit, MK Canal pastry shops and cafes are known for their beautiful artisanal pastries and desserts, from tarts to cakes to an impressive selection of croissants, plus crusty baguettes and breads. The Rochester location will have the same kind of layout as its Kego Harbor location, which opened in July 2024. The 2,000 square foot space in the former cider mill will seat nearly 40 people, and there's also a large patio. Popular items at MK Canal locations are definitely the croissants, with sweet and savory offerings. Its almond croissants are best sellers, followed by the pistachio croissant and its cinnamon rope. More recently, they've added soups and expanded the sandwich line. Across all the locations and MK Canal's bakehouse, they employ about 100 people in Metro Detroit.
Find more from the Detroit Free Press on freep.com. That's freep.com. Thank you for listening, and you'll hear more from us tomorrow.